Hello everyone, my name is Roberto Macias. Welcome to Global Hedonism. Today we want to talk about organizing your own wine tasting. So I keep saying it's very important to try more wines, to taste different wines so you can increase your wine knowledge, and a very good way to do it is to have your own wine tasting at home. One of the most important things is wine selection. Today we're having a more generic theme. I recommend you select a theme, and our theme today is we're just celebrating that we just started the YouTube channel, so we want to do a trip across Europe and show different wine countries. So we're gonna start with an Italian Spumante, follow it with a French Rosé Sparkling. It's not champagne, but it's a sparkling. And then we're gonna go to Germany for a Riesling from the Mosel Valley on Slade. You know we love Slade. Then we move on to the red wines with a Rioja from Spain, Marqués de Cáceres. And we close the evening with a Magnum from Italy of Primitivo Doppio Passo. This one is called Doppio Passo because it's twice in contact with the skin, so it's quite more tannic, or quite tannic for a Primitivo, which goes well after a Rioja, which is also very tannic. So as you can see, we're going from light towards heavier wines, so the palate is not exhausted when we reach. If you jump from a heavier wine to a lighter wine, you're not going to taste it. So that's the idea behind the order. I recommend you serve food, because I know the idea is to taste the wines, but if you don't serve any food and you're going to have 5 wines, everybody's going to be wasted, and that's not the idea. The idea is for you to enjoy the wine. We might have gone overboard. This is because our biggest influence has been Mr. Carlos Quintas, and as a Portuguese, there's always the big belief that wine should be served with food. We're gonna start with a small amuse-bouche. It's figs with goat's cheese, a little bit of pepper, and lavender honey. The idea is the acidity of the goat cheese and the sweetness of the honey with the fig will make your mouth water, really get the juices flowing so we can start eating. Then we're gonna continue with mushrooms, champignons with a bit of mozzarella, just to continue with something very light, which does not overpower our first 2 sparklings. And then we move to something more interesting. Then we have some octopus, which we've done sous vide. I will post another video with the recipe for that. And after the octopus sous vide, we're gonna serve some steak with espresso. Also very interesting recipe. And that we're gonna serve with our red wines. So as you can see, we have planned what we're gonna serve with each wine, and how we're gonna present them, and which order we're gonna serve them in. Now another thing we want to do is give our guests the possibility to make notes on the wines we're serving and their own notes. So we created a little design where you can put the wine glasses and you can write down the wine and just make your own comments about it. We're gonna have some pens waiting for the guests so they can write, and depending on which wines you're presenting, you might want to have some information about the wine on the table, some pamphlets. My recommendation would be not to push it too much, because not everybody reads it. It's better if you can tell stories about the wines. For example, for the Doppio Passo, this is a wine we've bought several times. One of the most interesting times we tasted it was when it had a light banana note, the 2015. And Marqués de Cáceres, of course, being Spanish wine, was one of the first wines which I tasted when I really started getting into wine. We also have a glass selection, and most of the glasses are designed for tasting. So this is a glass from Champagne. It's very small. It's designed just for tasting. For the white wines, we also have a tasting glass. And then for the red wines we have bigger glasses because we have the Magnum. Now I want to say something about the Magnum bottle. Wines age better in Magnum bottles, so it's a very nice way to present a wine. You're not gonna drink it on your own for sure, so it's something to be shared with guests on a party, on a celebration. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe to keep watching some more videos about food and wine and spirits and some other fantastic things in life. By the time this video goes out, we'll have a couple of designs more in the merch store, so make sure to check that out. And see you on the next one.